This is a red car. This is a white car. This is a red car.
So, as you saw in the previous episode, this is my 1987 325 IS. Despite what it says in the trunk right now, that's actually a new trunk. It says an ES, but this is an IS. So, backstory of this car, I bought it from a friend of a friend. It was sold to me as a running and driving car about a year ago. This guy's father took it apart to restore it, and he told me that it was running and driving. So that's the impression I had coming into this. So, here at Kevin's shop.
What?
Do I show him? Gotta show him. There it is. Now we can do real E30 stuff. Got too many of these, but it mine. Walk around here.
This is mine. Yes.
I started dissecting a little bit of it. Got a shitload of parts here that needs to get all put together, but it there. It's pretty old bullshit. Check out the inside. This thing's pretty nice and freaking tight, which is nice. The seats need a little love, but it there. Yep. So upon getting the car, it was missing a front bumper, rear bumper. The trunk was cut. The rear seat, bottom half, was just missing. Overall, the car wasn't in too great of shape, but whatever. It was a $600 car, so you can't really expect much. So when we got the car over here, we put it on the lift. You ready? Yep. So we're in the car. Made it back to the freaking house, and we gonna pull. I just hope. I hope she stops. Is the freaking problem? Oh. I have no brakes. No brakes, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes. No brakes. Whew. This is exciting, I guess. Kind of frightening. I've done this before, but in the red car, and that had brakes, so definitely not as frightening of an experience, but an experience nevertheless. That was sketchy. I love my brakes.
Look, nothing even happens.
And me.
You're fine. It just like
Buckled.
yeah. Well, it just tapped. It didn't really.
Just smooch.
Oh, that's top as fuck.
So when we got the car over here, we put it on the lift and saw that some of the fuel lines had holes in them, so we gave a quick patch, and next we tried to start the car. Problem is we weren't getting fuel, but we got it to start on starting fluid, so the car was starting great. You can actually see the clips here of the car starting. Are you ready to yeet it? No. Is it ready? Is she ready? All right. Try and start her up. Come on. Alright, try again. Go. Is it back there? Is it? Yep. Where's the leak? Oh, is that? Start. It's just not getting fuel. Go again. Go. Go. Yeah.
Did I get the gas too?
Yeah, she's starting with fuel. Yeah, it's starting with fuel. It runs! It runs.
How do you feel? It runs. It's nice, yes. He's happy. $600 car runs. Another shitty car. Another shitty car. Oh, we gotta take a picture for the cover. Cover picture, guy. Actually, I'll just record this and then I'll take the clip out to make the cover.
Gotta conquer the shittiness. Alright? Victorious.
Alright, wonderful. I'm gonna...
So yeah, car started, so we knew that we weren't having any spark or air issues, it was just fuel. So pretty much went through everything, the fuel pump, fuel filter, fuel pressure regulator, all the lines. Spent about a week trying to mess with it. Ended up being the feed and the return lines were just swapped. That was a mistake I made when I was patching the lines. Stupid, but hey, that's how you learn. So the next thing that we had to do was replace all the brake lines. They were pretty shot, so pretty much the entire, all the rear brake lines are brand new. New rotors, new pads. The rear two calipers are also brand new. I didn't replace the front two because I cannot afford yet. I will get them eventually, so the brake feel isn't craziest, but it's consistent, it's good now, it's bled, it's great. Moving on to the next issue, my radiator, when it got the car started, pretty much blew up. I actually found a good deal online for a brand new one. It's actually an automatic. It's got the extra outlet for technically a trans-cooler, but we'll maybe use that for something else later down the line. So now that we have radiator, we also swapped over to E-fan. That was a really easy, simple install. We got it to a little switch that's on the inside, so you just flip it on when it's idling, when the car's idling. Otherwise, I shouldn't have any issues. So that's pretty much where we are with the car. It's been about a month since we got the car, I guess, to now. They'll drift event is tomorrow, and now we're getting prepared for it. So pretty much all that's left to do, I gotta fix my evap line. Need to install the fire extinguisher. The car is now registered and insured, so that's all taken care of. And we also just gotta look at the turn signals. Otherwise, we're almost there. So let's get working.
So I want to show you what we're dealing with right now, pretty much. So if you could see that line, I kind of just shoved some JB weld in there just to see if it would stop flowing, but I'm pretty sure that line tees up between the evap system and the expansion tank, so when we're driving around, I think the gas is just kind of sloshing around and pouring out from there, so we get some fumes. It's just not really that pleasant. So also we kind of hacked this job and put the wiring for the fuel pump and the fuel sender above, so I'm going to wire that back over and put the cap over so that we don't have these fumes. It's kind of ridiculous driving in here, so yeah, let's get to work. Alright guys, so it's like about an hour later. I had to take care of some stuff outside the shop, but I'm back. So pretty much I took a look at some forums and online to try to figure out what this even goes to, because it just kind of squirts fuel passively with like no pressure. So I was just kind of thinking it's like some evap lines, as I probably mentioned before. So pretty much right now what I'm trying to attempt to do is create a patch with some smaller tube, because like this stuff is just really let me just find it. Yeah, so this is what came out of it. pretty thick stuff, so probably something I would have to order from BMW if I was to do it right. And I'm thinking it goes somewhere back up to the filler neck. As you can see, I tried the JB weld. That didn't really work. I think it's coming from the tank side. So this is actually pipe going back to the tank. So that's a return. So pretty much what I'm gonna just do is trying to open this up and then pretty much make it to accept this little guy onto that. So I'm hoping it works. If it leaks a little bit, whatever. Shouldn't though. I think this might work. So let's get back to it. Well, just took it for a spin, and I'm not smelling any fumes. I don't see any gas coming out of that line, so hey, I think my fix worked, believe it or not. So instead of going and removing all the splash guards and seeing if it's from the expansion tank and, you know, replacing the entire line, I pretty much just patched the one part. Let me just get a light maybe. Actually, you could probably see it from there. Oh no, I'll get a light. So, light. So you can see that pretty much put a few hose clamps there, just put a replacement. I mean, there's not a lot of pressure going here, so I think this will be more than fine. It's dry, and I mean that's all I'm gonna really ask for tomorrow at least, so that we're not draining any gas anywhere. That's the big concern that I had. So pretty much I'm just gonna put the cap back on it, and then we'll go to the fire extinguisher. So awesome. All right, guys. So that line is fixed. We won't have any fuel leaking issues. You know, that's one of the big things. I don't want to, you know, not pass tech tomorrow. So one of the big things was no leaking fluids. So we got all that squared away. So now that we have working fuel system, working coolant system, the engine works great, brakes actually stop. I'm gonna go install this extinguisher because I don't have a power drill here. So I'm gonna go run to the house and take care of that real quick. That's not that big of a deal. So yeah, the car's pretty much done. I'm trying to tell you the whole story of what the car, where it came from and where it's now. So tomorrow should be an exciting day. So stay tuned for that next episode. Big event. Got some GoPros. Ben's gonna be out there, so there's gonna be a lot of guys. It's gonna be really fun. So stay tuned after the episode. See ya.